This is a warning to anyone who is considering any kind of game dev endeavor. Do not pick up Godot. You can stop now and you can thank me later. Here's why.
My story begins on a dark, rainy night when, while heading back home from the office, an idea popped in my head. What if I start playing with a game engine, maybe even make a game? Once I got home, I started doing my research, finding the best game engine for the job. My requirements were simple. It was not to be Unity, as I didn't like it previously. It didn't click with me. It had to be open source, so it didn't take long before I clicked download on Godot. To my surprise, it only took a few seconds to download the file. It was less than 200 megabytes. Once downloaded, I opened Godot and started a new project. This only, yet again, took just a few seconds. Later would I learn that this is specifically designed such as you get hooked fast. So I started playing with Godot, learning the craft, and doing stuff. One of my first projects built with Godot was a personal assistant prototype built on a Raspberry Pi with Godot and Rust behind the scenes.
Hey computer, how's the weather outside?
It's 17 degrees, and it might rain a bit.
Computer, how's the air quality inside?
Air quality looks pretty good with 19 degrees and 53% relative air humidity.
This was the start of my saga. Though, as many other projects after, it was quickly abandoned, doomed to failure. But even so, the seed of addiction was there and planted and growing. And so, not much time passed before I opened the editor yet again for another project. This time, a game clone of Minesweeper called Grid Sweeper in 3D for mobile phones. I published this game on the App Store and Google Play, but it was far from what I wanted, even though it got a few thousand downloads on both platforms. Nights become sleepless, as I was always thinking about the new project, a new game, what to build, what to do next.
Commander of the Radiant. Commander, the replicators have commenced a systematic attack on the entire...
I began prototype after prototype, test after test. Process of learning, of sweat, of abandonment. Nothing was enough. I wanted more, to learn more, to do more, to be able to create more. And so I was able to start releasing more games like Trivia Fight Ninja, a quiz multiplayer game for mobile. Nothing was enough. I needed to use Godot for everything, so I started publishing apps on the App Store and Google Play built with Godot, like Toxiscanner, a label scanner that gets you info about products. But nothing was enough. I needed more prototypes, more games, more tests. Leisure time has essentially become Godot game dev. But I started to realize there's always stuff to learn. Always can get better. There's no upper limit. None. Now I'm preparing to release my first Steam game, Fleet Hunters, a modern interpretation of a classic. Fleet Hunters can be wishlisted now on Steam, so do that if you please. But beware of the trap of game dev.